Welcome to another edition of Florida Newsmakers. I'm Tramel Gomes with our very special guest, Chester Spellman, the CEO of Volunteer Florida. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about Volunteer Florida?
Sure. Volunteer Florida is the Governor's Commission on Community Service. We were established by the legislature in 1994, and our mission is to strengthen Florida's communities through fostering volunteerism, national service, and leveraging resources. We do a couple of things. We administer the AmeriCorps program for the state, and AmeriCorps is a national service program where young people, or really individuals of any age, can give a year of their life to intense, direct community service. So we administer that program for the state. This year we have about 1,200 AmeriCorps members serving statewide with nonprofits like Boys and Girls Club, City Year, Teach for America, and many other tremendous organizations.
Now I understand there's a lot of benefits to volunteering here. What's the benefits to volunteering with AmeriCorps?
Well, the individuals who serve with AmeriCorps for a year, they get a college scholarship, a $5,500 college scholarship, but really most importantly, it's an opportunity for them to give back to their communities and really make a difference.
Coordinating volunteer through disasters, I understand that's a big part of the program. Explain, what all goes on into that process?
Sure. That's another really large role that we play. We're the lead agency with the Florida Division of Emergency Management responsible for coordinating volunteers and donations. With that role, we work with organizations like Salvation Army, American Red Cross, the Florida Food Bank Association, in coordinating their efforts after a disaster to make sure the needs of Floridians are met. We also manage the Florida Volunteer Hotline and the donations portal. So individuals from across the country, after a disaster, if they want to make a donation, they can give through that portal, and we make sure that those donations go to the correct place.
Volunteerism, it's such an important part, and many people who don't know, when a disaster hits, where do these people come from to help those in need? And it's through programs like yours.
Yes, and that's a very important point, because many times after a disaster, there are spontaneous volunteers. And they're all very well-intentioned, but those volunteers have to be coordinated. And so that's really our key role, is to make sure that those volunteers who come from really across the nation after a disaster are working with established relief organizations, and that they aren't in a place where they could be harmed.
So how does one get involved?
Well, to volunteer, someone can go to our website, volunteerflorida.org. And our website has an interactive tool where you can enter your zip code and it'll pull up volunteer opportunities in your area.
All right. This year you guys launched a Champion of Service Award. Tell us about that.
Sure. Well, the Champion of Service Award is an award we created in April to recognize volunteers and volunteer organizations for their outstanding contribution to their communities. So many times volunteers are under-recognized, and so this is really an opportunity to shine a spotlight on the great work that they're doing. And this is something that we make the award at the Florida Cabinet meetings. Governor Scott has been very gracious enough to assist us in giving this award to individuals from across the states.
And you recently had a recognition ceremony.
We did, just Tuesday at the cabinet meeting in Miami at Miami-Dade College. We were able to recognize several volunteers, one from the Switchboard of Miami, a gentleman who has volunteered for 20 years with that organization and has donated about 4,000 hours.
What's next on the horizon for Volunteer Florida?
Well, this is a really exciting year for us. We have a lot of new programs and new initiatives. This is our 20-year anniversary this next year, so we really look forward to celebrating the 20 years that our organization has been in existence, but most importantly, the 20 years that AmeriCorps members have been serving throughout the state. Also, the Florida Mentoring Partnership is a new program that we have recently taken over administration of, and this program is just an opportunity to promote more mentors throughout the states and also work with mentor organizations to strengthen and build their capacity.
All right, sounds great. So with all that, what draws you to this organization? What's keeping you going?
Well, this is a very easy organization to work for because we have a direct impact on thousands of Floridians every year, and it's so important to be able to give back and really love every day that I come to work.
All right. Well, Chester Spellman, thank you so much for your time. And to our viewers, we'll catch you next time.